Hello guys, welcome to the class. In this module we would be discussing about the basic idea of the artificial neural network. So it is to simulate a large amount of densely packed, interconnected nerve cell within a computer so that learning process, pattern recognition and decision making are very similar to humans. The neural network is not explicitly programmed to learn. It learns by itself, just like the brain. Basically, artificial neural networks are software simulation made by programming ordinary computers that operate in usual serial mode. Might be with transistors, serial connected logic circuits, and the whole intent is so that they behave as if they were made up of billion interconnected brain cells working in parallel. In other words, the artificial neural network differs from the human brain in the same way that the computer model of weather condition differs from two clouds, flakes or sun rays. Computer simulation are only a set of algebraic variables and mathematical equations that combine them. They mean nothing to the computer, but to people who program and run the simulation, are probably in the lectures to follow. Any mention of neural network will refer to artificial neural network. A typical neural network is composed of few hundred thousand or a million artificial neurons networked in a series of layers where each neuron is connected to both layers on both sides. Some of them, which are in the initial layer, that is input layer, are designed to receive different forms of information from outside world. The units located on the opposite sides of the net in the final layer, that is output layer, emit signals so that the network reacts to learned information. In between there is one hidden layer which together constitutes the majority of the artificial brain. Most neural networks are fully interconnected, which means that every hidden neuron as well as neurons from the outer layer is connected to each neuron from layer on the both sides. These connections are represented by a number defined as weight. Weights can be either positive or negative. When this weight is greater, the greater is the impact one neuron has on the other. This corresponds to the way in which the real neuron cells exacerbate each other through synapses. The flow of information through the neural network is conducted in two ways: when it learns, that is while being trained, or operating in the normal mode after being trained. The information flow enters the network through the input layer, which further excites the layer of the hidden unit and finally goes to the output layer. This common design is called feed-forward network. Each unit receives its input from unit from the previous layer, after which the input values are multiplied by the weights of the link they are connected with. In this way, each unit summarizes all the input values it receives. If the sum is greater than a certain threshold value, the unit is activated and the unit that is connected with all the writes are triggered. Now, artificial neural network learn the same way, usually through a process called backpropagation, which we will discuss in detail in the forthcoming slides. This process involves comparing the output generated by the network with the output that it was supposed to generate. The difference between these output is used to correct the link. In the next module, we would be discussing about the types, of neural network, and we would be discussing more going forward. Thank you.